What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 56 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
We haven't even finished Players Cup 3 yet.
Dude, I just don't understand!
And we have Players Cup 4.
This is going on... This is the part that gets me. This is going on for the initial phase. The same week Players Cup 3 is being broadcast.
Yep.
They're not even finishing the tournament first, man.
It's the same weekend that they're playing the Global Final.
Oh, they're playing?
Yeah, it's the same weekend they're playing.
Oh, I thought they were broadcasting it.
No, that's the weekend they're playing because they broadcast it on the 20th.
So those who make the finals can't even play?
Probably. So Players Cup 4, it's going to be pretty much like Players Cup 3, except we are going to do our qualifying series on Series 8, and then the rest of it will probably be played on Series 9, which we know is, you done scooting?
I was trying to get myself in the picture,
That's
man.
Fine. But, Series 9 is, just Series 7, Part 2,
Yep.
Electric Boogaloo. So it's going to be backwards from this one because the qualifier was on 7 and then the finals rounds are on 8. So you get to play Series 8 one more time.
Yay.
I enjoy it. I like it.
So it's weird, man. Like, this format feels... I don't know. It feels like it's missing something. It feels like it's too top-heavy. It feels like the good mons... Like, if you don't play the good mons, it just feels super inoptimal.
Says the guy playing Slowking on
Dude, Slowking is so good! No one respects it!
I've had the opposite experience. I've been able to play with like a lot of this, like the random one-off, like restricteds or random one-off support mons, things you don't normally get to play with, and I've actually had much more success than slamming lapdog in every game and just trying to beat people up.
There were iterations of the Slowking team that I was playing that had... It was just like 5 mons. I'm like, I don't have a restricted. Yeah, here's Zacian. This is fine.
Yeah, Zacian.
And like, I won games on the back of Zacian.
Zacian's that good, though. Like,
It literally was a testament of, this team is god-awful, and it is winning games because of Zacian.
Zacian is carrying the team. And that's something that Zacian's very good at doing. It's just it fits on a team's just like as a steel type almost anywhere, which is really cool.
Yep. And I think that's my biggest problem, is it just feels like, okay, you're playing Ensign, you're playing Zacian, you're playing Landorus, also here's Lapras, here's Whimsicott. It's just like, here's the same like 20 mons at a restricted. It's really what it feels like. It's like the one big iteration on teams is restricted slots. And like, obviously you can build your teams appropriately. You can experiment in this format. You can play whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you can't. Because like, as we have talked about, I'm playing Slowking because it's fun. I'm playing this format to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And in laddering, it just feels like, all right, well, I've played against an iteration of this team 10 times in the last week. I know what they're doing. And it might just be that I'm growing more as a player, so I'm able to identify like archetypes better. And that's probably all it is. But it's just like, all right, well, I lose to exactly this play if they have this move.
Yeah.
And then they always have it. It never fails, man. Just like, there was a match on laddering this week where I'm just like, all right, if they hit the double protect, I lose. And of course they do. Like, oh, okay. Feel like I played this game literally perfect up to this point, and it came down to them hitting double protect.
I mean, sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you gotta play for that.
It is what it is, man. Like, my opponent identified their win condition and was able to get it. And 2/3 of the time, I win that game.
I was just thinking about this. I was reading through the thing before we got to it. Series 9 goes May to July, is that right?
It's at least May to June. I don't know if it's all the way to July. I don't know.
Well, the final stage is played in July.
Hmm.
So the final stage might not be Series 9. Depends on when Series 9 ends.
I legitimately don't remember. I would have to go find the Series 9 announcement, which I don't even know if there was an actual announcement. It's more of it was just...
I think it was on home.
Here's this thing. Have fun. Okay, bye.
I think it was on home or wherever they found it at. But,
I know CRB posted something about it, and that's basically all the information we know about it is we're going back to this rule set.
It's Series 7 again. Yay!
Which, dude, that feels so lazy. Like, the fact that they're not adding anything, again, to my knowledge. We don't know everything that they have planned, but I don't
Or DLC when?
I don't envision that happening. I don't see them going,
You haven't heard the rumor yet, have you?
No.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around from the leak for the guy that leaked the Gen 4 remakes had talked about a third DLC in his leak for Sword and Shield.
Interesting.
So there might be...
Interesting.
So there might be a third DLC. Maybe.
Here's my problem with that. They've already released Sword and Shield with DLC, like, as a hard case game. It would feel weird for them to go, okay, here's most of the DLC.
This one may not be a pay for kind of DLC.
It very well won't be.
It
like, if it is, it's just like, alright, well, you already own the expansion pass, and that's all it checks for is the expansion pass. Here you go.
Yeah, and that's all it needs is like, oh, you have both of these. Here's the next one.
Yep.
Kind of situation.
Most likely is all it would be if it is. But I also don't feel like they're ones to just hide information like that. They
may not have been ready to announce it yet.
That very well could be true. But even just like a little teaser of just it, we had our Pokemon Day announcement about 3-4 weeks ago now.
4 weeks ago now, yeah.
Which is like there was no hint of anything Sword and Shield related basically in that. It was just granted that was all, hey, here's your Gen 4 stuff, here's the next Gen 4 game as well. Okay, bye. I don't think they want to take away from the hype of that by adding in something else like a third DLC. Mm-hmm. But even if it's just, okay, here's a Dex update like they did for Series 3. Here's your other starters that you're missing. That would be fine by me.
Yeah.
That probably would not make a huge impact. I honestly don't think any of the missing starters would be good.
Iron Fist and Fernape's the only thing I can think of that actually might do something, but...
You get Defiant and Polion, but you're also a special attacker. So
yeah, that doesn't do anything.
It falls into that same category as like...
What does Torterra do?
I actually don't know its ability at all.
I don't know what Torterra does. I don't think it does anything.
To the internet. But I don't know. It just feels like that's not something they would do. But they have done something like that in the past.
Yeah, they've done similar things before.
So I don't...
Who knows what they'll do. Anywho, we're getting off track here. Players' Cup 4 is... It's definitely interesting, just like... We haven't even finished Players' Cup 3. Here's Players' Cup 4. What this tells me is there probably won't be a Players' Cup 5. I don't think there's going to be a Players' Cup 5. I think this is the last Players' Cup.
Shell armor.
Oh.
Actually, it's really good in the face of Urshifu. But, like, that's it.
It's neat.
It's better than Overgrowth, so, like...
It's better than Defiant and Polion.
You remove variants from the game, which is a good thing, in my opinion. But I don't think, Ground Grass is not a great typing.
4 times weak to Ice.
Still weak to Flying, still weak to Fire, but you can hit Fire super effectively. But you're also slow, so you need help. So
Max Airstream's for. And Dynamic Speed Tiers.
And,
or Trick Room.
How slow are we? 56!
That's actually, in the upper echelons of Trick Room monsters.
But, dude, our bulk is actually really good. 95, 105 defense, 85 special defense. That's not awful.
No.
109 attack. Alright, I found my new thing that's gonna happen. I'm off Slow King, I need Torterra.
You gotta wait till the Diamond and Pearl release.
Good.
I think this is the last Players' Cup 4. I think Players Cup 4 is the last Players Cup we're going to have.
It feels weird to me that they have played 3 of these events, and now they're adding in this prize support structure.
Yeah, and this is what tells me that's the end.
And, maybe this is their way of saying, okay, we missed Worlds last year. I don't know the prize breakdown for Worlds. I don't know the prize breakdown for regionals. I don't know any of that off the top of my head. But it makes me think that, hey, here's $5,000 to first place. That tells me that, like, I feel like they're anticipating live tournaments to come back this summer, and that's what they're doing. They're setting this up to be Worlds of 2020, quote unquote.
Yeah,
and have prize support for it, and then from there, just live events starting in August.
That's what I was saying. Is like a prize starts.
Like, here's your actual 2020 Worlds, in 2021 because you didn't get one last year. So everyone who was qualified says, "All right, here you go, have fun." Now our new season starts in September, like it always does. So I could see that being the case.
I know Australia is doing TCG events in-house again.
I did see that, and Australia is also taking this pandemic way better than the US.
Yep.
It's
which we're working on it. We're like, I know Missouri is kind of dropping the ball in the United States, but there's other states that are doing much better with their vaccinations out and whatnot than we are.
I'm gonna be nice and quiet for a second. I'm not getting political.
No.
We're leaving all that at the door.
But just overall, it's just like if vaccinations and COVID kind of just goes away, I could see us getting IRL events back in September, October, somewhere in there.
Well, I know in the U.S., the president has made statements that he wants all adult citizens to be vaccinated by May. How reasonable and how likely is that? I'm not sure. I don't work in that field. I couldn't tell you. I think that's a realistic goal. Hopefully, I would like to see that. And then this summer, things start getting back to what used to be the norm.
Mm-hmm.
And we get back to the point where we can start having more things in person with, social distancing and everything still appropriate to it. Because, herd immunization is a thing. So not even if everyone doesn't have it, but most people do, that's going to do a lot for us.
Yeah. But
I would like to see that happen, and I think that might be the case.
I also want to talk about how Pokken tournament got shafted here.
To be fair, I feel like Pokken isn't nearly as supported nor as popular as VGC and the TCG. So, having their prize structure be significantly less, that kind of makes sense.
That's a lot less. That's not a significant less.
Dude, that's
half.
A quarter.
Yeah, that's a quarter of what they're getting in the VGC and TCG. Split up among less players.
Yeah, they go to tied for top 7
because they only have a top 8.
Awkward.
Yeah, because they only play NAEU and Oceania. Because Latin America doesn't really play it; they don't care. Yeah. NA and EU are the big ones.
Yep. So I'm assuming that's how is it divided? Is it evenly divided?
4, 3, and 1.
Weird. Okay.
It's mostly because I believe the NA player base is about twice the size of the EU player base.
Which makes sense. And that's probably 4 times bigger than the Oceania one. But yeah. It makes sense on paper, but it's weird to see it in practice.
I think they've done it for all. That's the same thing they've done for all the other ones.
I don't know. I know you were talking about picking up Pokken again. Or
yeah,
Pokken?
Pokken. Take Tekken, but drop the TE. It's Pokken.
Okay. On paper, it looks like Pokken.
Yeah.
So that's what I've always called it, and I know that's not correct, and I always do it anyway.
I enjoyed Pokken a lot. It's kind of the fighting game I enjoy. It's not 2D linear Street Fighter style. Mm-hmm. It's got that and 3D fighting all at the same time. So it's a lot of fun.
Pick it up. Get to grinding.
I am nowhere near good enough.
You got 2 months.
Oh no.
You got 2 months. I believe in the you that believes in yourself, Carl.
There is no me that believes in me for Pokken. I have much better chance of qualifying through the VGC or the TCG before qualifying through Pokken.
I'm gonna probably play the TCG. Like, why not? It's free, right? I actually don't know. I'm assuming it is. The rest of them are.
I don't even know what the TCG qualifier is. You just play all month, right?
I don't know.
No, there's a qualifier. Okay. So you have to figure out how to play for the TCG.
Cool. Like, my collection online's decent. I finally picked up my second Mew and Mewtwo, so that's probably the deck I should play because it's good.
Uh-huh.
But I have also played exactly 0 games with it, even though I own all of it now.
Well, you got a month.
You're right. I'm gonna play my Delmise deck because, dude, Delmise VMAX is so good.
But yeah, Players Cup 4, super exciting stuff. I might try to qualify through VGC this time. I haven't really tried since Players Cup 1.
I didn't get to play in 1. In 2, I played 2 and 3. I played 15 games. I streamed 15 games, and that's all I could. And then, like, Saturday and Sunday, I played a handful more, but I did not do all 45 games or whatever. And my score reflected it. It wasn't great, but I will definitely play my Friday matches. And if I can play more on Saturday and Sunday, I will. But I also work every weekend, so
same. That's what the problem last time is. I could only play a handful. So, and then the last Players Cup in Players Cup 3, I didn't even really make an attempt because
I think your schedule changed last minute, and so you were super bogged down at work, and you're just like, nope, I literally am not gonna have time to even put a team together, let alone prep one.
So yeah. I'm working on a team for that right now. I'm working on a team for the Tilt tournament by Penguin. Was Saturday.
This past week, yeah.
Yeah.
So it hasn't happened as of recording, but it has happened as of release.
Yes.
So congrats on winning.
I don't know about that. I wanted, the Pokemon I like to play with are the bulky wall Pokemon like Ferrothorn, and I'm not allowed to use Ferrothorn. So I'm like, well, what if I use Toxapex or Celesteela? Yeah, you can't use Cobalion or Ferrothorn because they don't exist in this world anymore.
But Terrakion and Virizion are okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what you do is you just play, Terracot. You're like, this is what a good mon's supposed to do.
Nah, we're playing Zygarde.
Yeah, Zygarde's great.
I have my own wall Pokemon with Zygarde. It's great.
I watched the Wolfie video of him playing the unkillable Zygarde. It was a good video.
Yeah.
I know at one point he's like, I plan on just having like one game to show for YouTube. He's like, and all 4 of these have just been great, so they're all gonna go.
Yeah, Zygarde's great in the best of one like ladder style format. Closed team sheets also makes it helpful, so they don't know what to expect.
Yep.
What else do you want to talk about? Players Cup 4 was the big news this week.
We can talk about my Slow King teams.
Goodness.
Look, man, I have told you, I've told Aaron, I've told Angelo, I'm hitting Master Ball with Slow King. It's gonna happen because no one respects him.
If you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it next month. Because after Series 9 starts, you're probably not going to be able to do it again.
I'm leaning in on that probably won't. See, that gives me a sliver of hope in there.
The big thing right now is Lando is seeing less play because Lapdog is coming back up. So it just doesn't do anything against that. So, like Pokemon like Instant and Lando are actually seeing less play than they were when we did our meta report 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Which is kind of weird, just like the meta shifted that hard, that fast.
It's weird to me that the Steel Restricted Mon is the best one, that, like, the Steel Physical Mon is the best one, yet Intimidate's not nearly as prevalent because of its partner.
It's also because it gets a +1 from its ability.
True.
So Intimidate actually doesn't really do anything.
I mean,
You have to get 2 off to actually make it weak, and most of the time they'll swap it out just to get back to plus
all
1.
right, cool. You did your thing. Well, I'm back.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, we neutered your Intimidator. You removed it from play. All right, here's my Zacian again. LOL, JK, get out of here.
Giant swords slashing across the screen.
I will say, I played Zacian this week for laddering. I love play rough on it.
Yeah.
It looks really weird on paper. And then I got to one-shot an Yveltal. And then they brought out Zapdos, and I one-shot it too. It's like, thanks.
The big thing is like Zacian needs a little bit of extra support, and that's why
Agreed.
you see a lot of the Swords Dance or Substitute sets and things like that. Substitute is probably my favorite of the bunch, just because you get to invalidate. You're faster than most Pokemon that are going to Dynamax, so you just invalidate Dynamax attacks. That being said, I lost my train of thought now.
Zacian.
Yeah.
Fast.
I was going with something about the Intimidators. I can't remember now.
I got nothing for you, man.
I lost
I can do a lot, but I can't read your mind.
Yeah, I've been reading the meta reports from Arcadex, and now I just lost it. Oh well.
When are we getting the Zacian deep dive?
Probably when I find time to do it.
Is it? I know you said you were talking about doing Dialga this week.
Probably doing Dialga, and I might even do Palkia just because it's the pair.
I was gonna say you could just do restricteds this week and just do all 3 and do those
I'll only
2
do 2 a week.
Oh yeah, look, man, you do 3 videos, just 2 deep dives.
Yep, 2 deep dives and a let's play.
Yep.
Oh, let's see.
What else we got? I know we have
a team of the week.
Yeah, let's pop that up.
This is Reshiram, which I know you're a fan of.
Can you make that any larger for me to actually be able to read it?
I can do this.
Maybe. There we go. Cool. This is Specialist team.
Yep.
Yeah. So he played in
the seniors division for Players Cup.
Made top 16 if I remember correctly. Is what he said.
Yep.
Reshiram's really good. Reshiram hits like a truck. And then we're backing it up with Bulk from Grimmsnarl, so like that also helps.
We also have fake tears to just make Reshiram do even more damage.
When hitting hard isn't enough.
You get to hit even harder.
I do like the choice of coverage here on the Reshiram being Fire, Dragon, and Ground. I think those 3 combined is probably perfect coverage. I can't think of anything that resist all 3 of those. Like off the top of my head, I got nothing.
Nothing resists all 3.
Okay. We don't have any weird flying types that resist both fire and dragon, right? Because we have Togekiss, which is neutral to fire and immune to the other 2, but neutral is good enough.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, that should be perfect coverage. And then we have Safety Goggles, Zapdos. I'm assuming to ignore like Spore,
Rage Powders, things like that.
You look at Amoonguss and go, LOL, JK, get out of here.
Get out of here. I'm done with you.
This P2 set.
What about it?
I like Ice Beam. I played with Tri-Attack this week.
Tri-Attack is gross. Let me just put that out there right now.
Dude, Tri-Attack actually did a lot of work. And then there was a couple different times in playing the team, and even like I was playing just off camera this morning. I got into an end game where it was P2 versus Dusclops. It's like, well, This is really awkward because neither of us can touch the other.
I'm about to say, could they hit you too? No.
They had pain split, but I had recover, so it didn't do anything. I'm just like, this match is not worth my time.
I would have stuck it out. I'm that kind of person, though. I love the long, grindy games where no one can win.
I feel like I would win based on HP value.
You would.
But I'm pretty sure P2 has a higher base attack HP than...
You would normally. So I was watching Karibo's... I don't know if you got to hear about this. I was watching Karibo's run through the Player Cup 3 double elim. Mm-hmm. He lost a game where his Umbreon was at full health and paralyzed against a full health Porygon 2. And he was... We both knew he was ahead on HP because it was max HP Umbreon, which is 202. Max HP Porygon is 190 something. Mm-hmm. And he lost.
How?
No one knows. The game said he lost. We brought it up to the judges. They have no idea how.
Because it should be based on HP value. If it's down to 1 mon each, it should be... No, I know exactly what it is.
What?
It's... When it gets that low, it's total team percentage of HP. So...
Both Pokemon were at 100%.
No, total team.
Oh.
So, even though Umbreon has more HP than P2,
I can
what
tell
percentage of that is higher than... your total percentage of HP has to be higher than your opponent's total percent. So they most likely had less total HP, which means that their percentage was higher.
Both Pokemon were at full.
Yeah.
100% on either side.
Correct.
Yeah.
But what is that value? 202 versus 192 or whatever it is.
190.
Out of how much? Because you have to add up the entire team's.
I'm saying Karibo's total is still higher. It's Lapdog.
Okay.
Against
his total HP is higher.
It's still total percent is still higher. The total will still be higher because his HP total is the HP totals are still end up being higher.
Yeah, your total will be higher. That doesn't mean your
percentages will still be higher too.
Not necessarily.
The teams were pretty much mirrored. It is.
I would have to go back and watch it, legitimately. But that, I believe, is the next tiebreaker is total HP percentage of the team when it comes down that low.
See, we thought it was speed because the Umbreon was paralyzed.
No, it shouldn't be speed. I could be wrong, but I don't believe speed plays a part of it at all.
We have no clue. Nobody could tell us. They spent 20 minutes. They delayed losers for 25 minutes trying to figure out what the heck happened in that game.
I know DeWablefet did a breakdown of how this works, and I would need to go watch that entire video because he goes super in depth as to anything and everything of okay, these 7 parameters are tied. So we go to the 8th parameter, and based on this one, this is the person who wins. It goes super, super deep. I would need to go watch that to be able to actually get an in-depth explanation and, watch the clip itself as to seeing exactly what happened to be able to determine what happened.
So we'd have to get the other Mons involved. Correct. For sure. But I can tell you exactly the last 4 turns. It's literally Umbreon is 202 paralyzed. Umbreon's at 190. I think it's 198 full HP. And the timer runs out. I know Karibo's timer was running low, but it didn't run out before the total game timer ran out. And I don't know if that played a part in it either.
Maybe. I think timer is a non-zero factor, but that might be higher than HP values. I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna find the video and look it up.
So I think Porygon 2 is definitely the sleeper pick for most of these formats now. Going back to Porygon 2, and the reason the whole thing started is Porygon 2 is very good. Tri-Attack's very good. Poor Karibo got burned, frozen twice, and paralyzed in the 3 games he played against Porygon 2.
That's rough.
Also, Porygon got paralyzed in Game 3 and went 7 for 7. Never got a paralysis. Never got paralysis once. in a game, which was just insane. Anywho, the rest of this team just finishes out the Fire Water core here. Primarina with Liquid Voice. I'm not a fan of Liquid Voice Primarina anymore.
I haven't played the Primarina in this format at all.
I'm not a fan of it specifically because it just doesn't feel worth it.
Okay. Walk me through it.
So you're wanting to run a water move anyway.
Okay.
And then you're wanting to dedicate a move slot to Hyper Voice as well.
Okay.
Which is more water coverage.
Correct.
Water's not a very popular type to hit with things with right now.
I would agree.
So it feels kind of pointless to run Hydro Cannon and Water Hyper Voice.
Okay.
It just feels kind of pointless.
So just being Torrent instead?
Being Torrent with like Ice Beam.
Okay.
Hydro Cannon, Ice
like
Beam,
that.
Moon Blast, or even Icy Wind, or some kind of other thing that Primarina can do something with. And then Rillaboom here is Assault Vest. Grassy Glide knockoff, fake out, U-turn. Feels like this is very standard Rillaboom.
Agreed. I'm a big fan of the AV variants. I played it a couple weeks back, I believe, for laddering. I know this week I had Ensign, which was Assault Vest, and that was honestly okay. I think I would have rather had like Taunt instead of probably Darkest Lariat. Like honestly, U-turn felt really good on Ensign. Like being able to chip away and then get out.
Yeah.
Like it is parting shot, but instead of having an extra proc, you get to chip away.
Yeah. And
that chip can make a difference. It breaks sashes and does 100 other different things, but I think in that exact instance, I'd rather have Taunt, but Rillaboom's another one that gains access to Taunt by level up, I believe. I think it learns it super early at like 11.
It's 11, yeah.
Which I don't quite understand, but I'll take it. I could see Taunt over U-turn here and then change AV to Miracle Seed most likely, or you could be if you want the extra bulk, you could be like Pinchberry. I don't hate that, but specifically for Rillaboom, I think you just want to maximize the amount of damage your Grassy Glides can do, and so slapping on Miracle Seed, Choice Band,
Frozen Sense,
whatever.
Life Orb. Well, you don't want to slap Life Orb on it, but
not.
Well, Life Orb with Grassy Terrain, Life Orb's kind of moot, so it's like whatever.
I mean, I've played Fake Out Life Orb Rillaboom before. It's not awful. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's not awful. But this team looks really interesting. I'm excited to play Reshiram again. It's one that I haven't played with lately. It's been probably about a month since I actually got to play it, if not longer now. So getting back in and retesting these other more limited, restricted mons in the current format seems really interesting. Plus, like, you get to play with some things that I haven't got to play with in this current format. Well, Zapdos and Primarina. I don't think I've played Zapdos.
Not since Series 7 ended, probably no.
Probably not.
I know Primarina, you haven't played Primarina.
Nope, I know for a fact that one I haven't.
The fun thing about this team is it's like I'm 4 special attackers plus Rillaboom and Fake Tears, which is just really feels good when the whole format is Intimidate.
Agreed.
I know he had a tough set against Sun in the Senior Cup finals, or Senior Cup top 16. I watched it in bed because I woke up and it just happened to be on. It's like, oh, I'll just watch it. And Game 1 was really good. Game 2 was really good. Game 3 got a little bit weaker. He had misplayed there, but this team's very solid. I'm excited to see the laddering videos come up. I'm assuming you found the video.
Okay.
And tell me.
First one is whoever has the most Pokemon wins.
Both at once, so no.
Whoever has the highest percentage of total HP remaining divided by the total maximum HP for all mons brought to the game wins.
That's a lot of math we'd have to do.
If that's tied, it's whoever has the highest total HP remaining.
Well, but after that one.
The match is a tie.
Really?
Yep.
There's only 3 checks?
Evidently. And it's all based on HP values.
There's only 3 checks.
So it had to come down to the second resolution of Karibo's total HP divided by the maximum number of HP was less than his opponent's.
Interesting.
Dude, it's real niche, but that has to be what it is.
That's weird because the number 3 check is how a lot of people win more often than the number 2 check.
You would think.
I'm pretty sure.
It confuses me that those two are not swapped.
I think they are. I think we might have them in the wrong. He might have them in the wrong order.
I'm gonna link this video in the show notes so people can go watch it, and more importantly, so I have access to it, so I can watch it as well. Just so we can actually go in depth as to what's going on here. It's a 4-minute video, so it's not like it's the end of the world. But
let me see that again, real quick.
Yep.
Just want to read them again. The second one's super weird.
Yep.
I feel like that would be the last check because that's the hardest one to tie. That would make the most sense, right?
That would make sense. It's weird to me that it's the second one, but whatever, man.
That is weird.
Discord you this. And there you go. You have a message.
Cool.
Well,
after that, trying to figure that out we're gonna be figuring that out all night now.
I'm gonna need team base from both players.
We can go get it. Karibo's probably got the VOD up.
That doesn't have HP values in the open team sheets, though, does it?
It does.
Oh, it's completely open?
It should have. It should have all that stuff.
See, I thought it was like semi-open team sheets where.
I know the clip went back and forth. They were trying to figure it out. I know his opponent sent a clip in on his side too, so we might be able to go back because Karibo had to pull the clip up on the VOD, so we might be able to go back and look at it.
Okay, I'm excited now
because if we could figure out the 4 Pokemon, we could probably figure out the HP and figure out what everything else is.
Yep, we can make it work.
So we have a project now.
I'm excited. I get to do math.
We get to do math. Yeah.
I'm excited for this team of the week. I'm excited to play Players Cup 4. It's just nailing down exactly what I'm going to play. I'm going to play something that's unique to me. As I have shown, I am not one to play meta decks or meta teams.
Yeah, let's see here. Players Cup 3 was the Kanto starters.
It was good, man. It was so good.
What was 2? I can't remember what your 2 team was.
I actually don't think 2 was off the wall.
No, I don't think it was. I think it was...
It was like Togekiss, Rillaboom, his Arcanine. I know it was
because your Arcanine, you had to...
I don't want to talk about it.
I remember Arcanine because you had to battle mark your Arcanine, and your
that screwed me over.
Was screwed up. Yeah.
And then I had to Shiny Hunt Rillaboom, and I didn't get it till like 2 weeks later. I was so disappointed in myself. I don't remember the rest of them. I'd have to go find the video. I'm going digging.
Thinking of other things that have been going on this past 2 weeks. Pokepod Cup's getting ready to wrap up here soon.
It is.
We have 1 representative still. Alex has made a deep run.
Get him, man. Get him.
Playing Yveltal, which is sweet.
I know Draft League is wrapping up.
We've got Evan Rose versus on one side of the bracket, and then there's Laz and Karibo.
It is Karibo? Okay.
Yeah. On the other side. So we'll have a finals. Should have a final, figure out what our finals are after this goes up, obviously. But we'll be able to talk about that final matchup and maybe do our own recap review thing
that everyone else has been doing.
Yeah.
Karibo won season 2, didn't he?
Yes.
Because technically Xeno won season 1.
Yeah.
With Evan as a secondary teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. How long ago was Players Cup 2?
Last.
So that's episode 13 of Laddering. I think I'm too far.
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh, it was Kingdra PC.
Oh, yeah! Wait, was it?
Yeah. It was Kingdra PC, Rillaboom. Yeah. This thing was great. If I can get it to load. Yeah, there we go.
Goodness.
Kingdra, PZ, Arcanine, Togekiss, Rillaboom, Whimsicott.
That's right. We had double grass type on the team.
Yeah, this team was good. This team was actually really good. And had the Arcanine actually got to do things, I think I could have.
I'm about to
made
say,
a
yeah, had the
decent run.
Arcanine had actually decent.
The worst part is, man, the one game I brought it almost won me the game. Growl was really important. No, it doesn't get Growl, it gets Howl, which was really critical because it made my Rillaboom do more damage.
So we get to punch people.
Yep. I want to make Growl and Howl actually usable. I'm gonna play. No, I'm not gonna say it. I want to play around with Growl Liepard.
Goodness.
Look, man, it's Intimidate spam.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, mechanics question.
Okay.
Does that work, since I'm not targeting them, does it work against opposing dark types?
I think the wording on Prankster is they aren't affected by
Priority moves. I would need to test it, but I'm interested in seeing that result.
I think the answer is the dark types will be unaffected. It will say, but it had no effect.
Interesting.
I believe that's how that works.
This is why we have listeners. They're going to comment down below the answer, because that's going to help us out with the YouTube algorithm, and because I really want to know how this works.
Exactly.
And then you get to play with Liepard, so, you know.
Oh, I'm still messing with these new glasses.
I think they look great.
Yeah, fishbowl. Everything's a fishbowl.
You know, you could just get lasers put in your eyes. That's what I did, man. Best thing I ever did.
I ain't got the time or...
7 minutes.
How long were you out of commission, though?
I literally had my surgery on a Friday, drove home, played F&M, played the Saturday tournament, drove back up to Kansas City, played a Sunday tournament up there, had a doctor's appointment Monday morning.
Yeah, you see, I have to work.
I took that weekend off.
Yeah, I have to work.
It was my weekend off at work.
I have to work.
That next Monday I went in, because you have to put in eye drops like every 20 minutes or whatever, which for you would be hard, having to be at work and everything, but because you have to do that for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'd rather just get these. Also, the insurance doesn't cover LASIK, so.
Yeah, because it's a cosmetic surgery, even though it's fixing something that's wrong with you, and
and
healthcare sucks.
In the long run, it works out.
Yep.
Because they would actually save money if they just gave you the LASIK instead of having to pay for glasses or contacts every so often.
Yep.
Whatever. What else do you want to talk about?
I got nothing, man. I've been rambling for like 20 minutes.
I figured. What other Pokemon stuff's going on?
I know Rose Tower announced that they are redoing... They're
reopening their VGC circuit.
Yeah, you got a link for that so we can look at it?
I could probably find them real quick. I follow them on Twitter.
Same. Rose Tower tournaments.
Okay, this one that's coming up is Saturday, April 10th. That's right in the middle. Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh, man.
You guys picked the one right in the middle. You picked the one weekend right in the middle of everything.
Yep.
Goodness.
Because that's right in the middle of...
that is right smack
PC3,
dab
right?
in the middle of PC4.
Awkward.
Yeah.
To be fair, This was scheduled before they announced PC4. So I wonder if they'll push this back now.
They will probably change it.
Yeah, that's the top comment right there is, hey, is this going to be pushed back? And honestly, closed team sheet, I'm assuming means you get nothing. You get their 6 mons.
You get nothing.
You get their 6 mons after you've started playing.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just like a regular IRL event.
Which, honestly, man, I love closed team sheet.
You get to do a lot more strategic things. I know open team sheet helps people out a ton.
But you get less gimmicks.
Yeah.
And as a man who likes his gimmicks, I'm telling you, man, no one respects the slow king. It is the king of gimmicks.
But yeah, tentative start date is Saturday, April 10th. Entry $7.50. There'll be you can go to Twitter and find them. Type in Rose Tower Tournaments or at Rose Tower BGC, and you'll find them pretty quick.
I'm excited. That was one of the things that we used to talk about basically every week was their results and everything, because that was the only thing going on when quarantine first started. So excited to see what they do, how their restructuring is going to work, how all that's going to look cool.
I wonder if I can find the top 16 for NA and we can just highlight that really quick.
I know there was a result from NA Players Cup top 16.
So we've got the winners bracket side here first. I see a Sun team, a Double Weather team, a Colossal team, a Fire Dog team.
It's actually pronounced hot dog.
Whatever. A Yveltal Colossal team, which is pretty much... This is Joe. Joe literally took the...
This is Wolfie's team from Players Cup 2.
But we swapped... we swapped Moltres with Yveltal.
We upgraded our burb.
Deal. Is it an upgrade, though? Is it an upgrade?
You get Tailwind?
But you don't get Berserk.
Yeah, but you get Tailwind. Then we have Wolfie, who made top 16 with Stonejourner.
Yep. A Sun team with Zacian and Stonejourner.
Yep, this is the team I played this past week on laddering. I blew up the Stonejourner, and then it did nothing.
That tells you the kind of player that Wolfie is. Wolfie can win with it, but nobody else can.
Dude, it was in Master Ball. I don't know if they climbed into Master Ball with it, but they are definitely playing it.
They most likely probably found it.
Yeah, that most likely is what happened.
Wanted to try it. And then a Trick Room Sun team with Mimikyu and Calyrex.
Yeah, pretty standard Trick Room team. I've seen a lot of Mimikyu this last week.
Mimikyu has been ticking up. It was one of the things I saw on Arcadex that is starting to get popular.
I really like Mimikyu, man. I know Angelo has it in Draft League because we picked it up. Like, after collaborating for, 2 days on it, and just bruh, pick up Mimikyu, it's good.
Yeah.
And, it's been phenomenal for us. So, I'll take all the credit for that. I'm sure I'm going to get a very angry message about that, saying it was his idea, but whatever.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Rounding out the winners bracket here, we have Torn Ogre with...
Yeah, it's Rain. It's Rain with Torn Ogre. This is literally if you took my Rain team from Series 7 or whatever it was.
Yeah, but we don't have a Rain Abuser. Our Rain Abuser is Kyogre.
Yeah, the Rain Abuser is Kyogre now.
Yeah, but it doesn't get Swift Swim. It just sets Rain and smacks you.
Yeah, the smack you is all you need. You also just get to play Tornadoes, which is really
good. The important thing there is... There's a lot of weather in this top 8. This winner's side, 1, 2, 3.
This is a weather team.
Yep, the Sableye hot dog team is definitely sun.
4,
5, 6.
6 of the top 8 on the winner's side have weather.
Interestingly, the 2 that aren't are colossal teams.
Huh. Look at that.
Weird.
I know.
What do we got on the loser side? Anything cool over there?
So on loser's side, more sun.
That's a lot of Ensign, P2, Grimmsnarl.
And Groudon, and Venusaur, and Charizard.
Oh, that's wicked.
That is literally, there's sun, sun, sun. Two of the teams are the exact same.
Yep. The third one, cut Charizard for Tornadus.
For Thundurus.
That's what I said.
There's a really cool Zacian team.
This is sick.
They didn't play Raikou, but who cares?
Look, they have four legendaries, a pseudo, and whatever the hell we're classifying Urshifu as.
Urshifu's a legendary.
Is it? Okay, yeah. So this is 5 legendaries and a pseudo. Okay? This is like 11-year-old's Carter, like, play through
This is the Timmy team. This is the Timmy team, yeah.
This is Zordor.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to look up what he's been playing, because I know he has been, like, absolutely killing it for
Pokepod
and ATX.
Yep.
Like, just absolutely been tearing it up. So I'm glad to see he qualified. I'm really excited to watch him play.
Oh, I remember now. Chris lost to Zordor in the last match.
Rough.
That was the last match. He had to play Zordor. If you beat Zordor, he got in, or Zordor got in. Either one.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome to see that it came down to those two. Yeah. It's unfortunate that it was those two and they both couldn't have.
Yeah, if they got paired against somebody else, it'd been nice if they both made it in. But this last team here is a G-Max Grimmsnarl.
Yep.
I don't know why.
I'm assuming it is there because...
Just to throw people off?
Yep.
Maybe run Sucker Punch on it just to mess with people. Because it is open team sheet, so you get to do that. So they have to think about, this...
it could be Sucker Punch so we can policy on Metagross.
Yeah. It also just throws people off because Dark is the G-Max Snooze.
Yep.
So if he's G-Max Grimmsnarl, there's the threat of, there's a chance I get yawned this turn. The other team that's not a Sun team, there's 2 other teams that aren't Sun teams, besides the bottom 2 here.
It's crazy to think we saw, I think, 0 Groudon in top 8, and then there's 4 of them in top 16 here.
There's 1.
Oh, there's 1.
So there's 5 Groudon.
Wait, hold on, go back. Yeah, that's literally the same team.
Yeah.
We had the same team basically 4 times. Basically 5 times if you actually want to look at it. The other Groudon team had Umbreon Eliki compared to P2 Grimmsnarl. They fill kind of similar roles. I mean, not really.
Umbreon, I feel like, is better against the Sun teams.
Agreed.
Aleki helps your Kyogre matchup a ton.
Agreed.
And you're not, with Intimidate and Umbreon just sitting there in front of things, like, you're not worried about having screens up all the time.
I wonder if this is Snarl Ensign, too. Just like...
Just Snarl Bros, go.
Just stop it.
Snarl Bros, go.
And, like, you look at the Shadow Rider and be like, man, it'd be a shame if you did, like, 0 damage.
Speaking of Shadow Rider, this is Shadow Rider plus Clefairy, Aleki, Thundurus, Urshifu, and Whimsicott. So it's like Thundurus, Urshifu, Shadow Rider are damage, and it's like Aleki's like this kind of speed control plus damage output, and then Whimsicott has Tailwind if it's bad, and then...
I wonder if it also has Trick Room and Taunt, or some combination thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, otherwise I feel like you just auto-lose to Trick Room. Could also be after you Clefairy.
Yeah.
After you Shadow Rider. Bang! That's a Trick Room sweeper.
Yeah. This last one here is got Zacian, Celesteela, Rotom Heat. That's a Pokemon you haven't seen in a while. Rotom in general.
Who was it that has been complaining on...
Sync. We're having another tilt tournament after Penguins for Rotom Heat. Gastrodon, another one you haven't seen in a while. Thundurus and Grimmsnarl. How many Grimmsnarl are there? It's 5, 6, 7 Grimsnarls.
Yep, most represented Mon, if I counted correctly. Nope, definitely not. There's 5 Ensigns, 6
Ensigns. 7,
7, 8,
8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Close. Second most represented Mon, if I'm counting that correctly.
Yeah,
I don't know, there's a lot of Venusaurs. There's 5.
6,
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Goodness.
Alright, so I'm going to say it's the third.
Let's count P2 real quick. Hold on. Before we get that far.
1?
4. Okay, I'm comfortable saying it's the third most represented now.
Rough estimation, approximately third most represented Mon.
That's not a restricted.
I think it beats out all the restricteds. Because we have 5 Groudons and 5 dogs.
Yeah. 3 Kyogre, 1 Yveltal, 1
Ice Rider, 1 Shadow Rider. Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Okay.
Neat.
So that's the NA one. I'm not going to even try to find the other ones. Maybe we get lucky? Probably not.
Oh, there's a deck list for me? Is there anything? What is
it's
PZ?
playing PZ! I'm confused. What does this thing do?
Dude, I got nothing on this one. There's a lot of cards in this
I saw
deck.
Crobat. That's all that matters.
There's Crobat, Dedenne, and Zacians. Those are the cards I knew. There's Bulu.
Oh, God. This tiny picture.
Is that expanded? No. No, this is standard.
Dedenne!
Yeah, this is just... That's stereotypical ADP. It accelerates energy really quickly and then blows things up. ADP's really good, in case you're curious.
Oh, goodness.
I'm assuming that's a Ditto.
Yes. There's a Ditto on the screen. On the team. On the screen somewhere. Okay, yeah, I'm going to give up on trying to find the other ones.
I'm going to look this up so I can look at deck lists. Figure out what
I
I'm
literally
gonna
just
play.
typed in Players Cup 3.
Yep.
So.
I got
Okay.
a deck list to look at. Figure out what I'm going to play.
So, yeah. That was fun looking at... I forgot the people had posted some of the teams from Players Cup
True.
3.
I hadn't even thought of it.
Glad we looked it up like last minute there. Good to see that I was right about Groudon being actually good. It sucks that we had like talked it down because no one had been playing it, but it's nice.
And then it comes in and dominates.
Yeah, it's nice that we had originally thought it was going to be really good, and now it's putting up the numbers.
Oh, this plays Silvally GX. I love that card. I have to look at this list a little more. This list is...
Say, how about you sign us off before you get sucked into the world of TCG?
I'm already sucked in.
Okay.
So, we have rambled on for an hour now.
Yeah. This was kind of just like Players Cup 4. Woo.
Yay! I hope you didn't qualify and make the finals, because then you probably can't play!
Yeah!
But, closing remarks on it, it's stupid. It's stupid how they did it. Like,
They could have picked any other weekend.
literally any other weekend!
Any weekend. They had any weekend between now and July. And they picked the one that the Players Cup 3 Global Finals being played on.
And here's the worst part, is like, this one's worth something!
Yeah, the one that's coming up is worth more than the one we're currently playing.
Why, man?
Ah.
Oh.
I just want IRL events to come back.
Same.
I want to be able to invite people to go play Pokemon, like, in person.
Same. I miss it. So let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Alright, man. So, as always, everyone, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live. If you're not on YouTube, go ahead and jump over there. That link's down in the show notes. I believe you put it there.
Usually not the YouTube one.
Oh, go follow us on YouTube. It's literally Littleroot Lessons. It's not hard.
So yeah, just search Littleroot Lessons. You'll find us.
Let's see. We have Twitter at LR Lessons, Myself at Mr. Missouri 25, Carl at musical_33. Carl and I are both on Twitch at Mr. Missouri 25 and at musical. We stream seldomly, but those are there. So go and drop us a follow, and if you really like us, drop us a sub. Speaking of supporting us, you can always do the Anchor support. I have literally no idea what this is called.
So it's just the Anchor support program. It's just like a Patreon, except it goes directly through Anchor. For as little as $1 to anywhere up to $10 a month, you can support us, which ends up being about 25 cents average an episode. Sometimes it's 20 cents an episode because sometimes you get 5.
20 to 25 cents an episode, and you could make us happy.
Yep. Helps us get a bunch of stuff going. We got the ball rolling on a bunch of things now that just require money.
Yep, should have some new information coming out probably next week for y'all.
Yep.
So stay tuned for all that. It's gonna be fun. Mm-hmm. So I got a whole lot of nothing else. Discord. Go and join our Discord. It's great. Our people are great.
Yep. You can find if you can't find an invite link, it's discord.gg/LR lessons because we have that fun vanity URL now.
Hell yeah. Twitter, Twitch, Discord, YouTube. That's it.
I think that's everything.
Dude, I do this every week. I think I'm missing something. I'm saying I'm not this week.
Okay.
So, that's it, everyone. Have a fantastic week. We'll be back next week. Have a good one. Peace.